really cheered you up with the colour. I wish I'd put some mascara on.
Nom,
How
nom.
are you all? Good morning, good morning.
Nom nom.
Before we say anything else, welcome if you've just come over from Instagram for the first time. Welcome.
Do a little wave emoji.
You took the dare and you clicked on the link, and now you're part of this fantastic community. People make friends here. We've made friends here. This is just an all-round fabulous place to be, and it doesn't cost you a penny. Okay?
Just costs you your sanity.
So what I would say to do is just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and then you will always know when we're uploading or when we're live, so you don't miss out.
Boom, boom, shackety
The
boom.
night we had last night, I've slept like a log. I was a broken woman last night.
I was like The Walking Dead, and that's kind of apt because we were surrounded by The Walking Dead.
God.
So tired.
Tell them what happened. Where did we go?
We went to, what's it called, Tully's?
We went to Tully's
Tully's
Farm.
Farm.
First of all, has anyone ever been there? We went to the Oktoberfest Scarefest. Has anyone ever been? You'll probably remember, because lots of you have been following us for a long time, that that we've been a few times. Actually, since the first time we went, we've had to go every time. Well, that's not nice.
I'm going to ask them a quiz question later, and whoever gets it right will get a card.
Oh, we're going to throw in a card.
Just a random card.
And we'll send you a message, and it's a card. Actually, Mark shows some really awful photos of us. So it's a card with some really awful photos of
There's a really
us.
nice one of you in the middle.
Mark, it's awful.
Have you noticed how your face fills the two cards?
Yes, Mayboo, when Johnny came, look how Mayboo remembers.
Well done.
Well, Johnny came with us last night. So Tully's Farm is this huge farm that they turn into different events. And
Hang on.
events.
What does it turn it into?
Into different event spaces.
We went to one at Christmas.
We went to one at Christmas, and we've just been to the Halloween one. Oh my God.
Obviously, it's pre-Halloween.
Pre-Halloween, it was the opening night, and I can tell you, we were all hoarse when we got home last night because we were screaming and laughing so much. If you like to be scared, don't go if you don't, because it's very, very scary. So basically, you go through these mazes, and
Hi,
they
Helen,
do
South
everything they can with strobe lighting, with actors, with smoke, with noise. Just they attack all your senses. And there were 6 of us, and I spent the whole night like this, just going around these mazes. Just scream. At one point, I gave up. I lost consciousness.
You were pulling me down so hard, it was infuriating. You know, remember when Maddie was little and she
Get
used to
up,
hold
show
your
them.
hand?
Yeah, get up. Me and Maddie were exactly the same. Me and Maddie were doing exactly the same.
So we were
we got
walking
Maddie, we've got to walk around all these mazes,
like this.
right? And Mark's like that. And I was like...
Literally
right?
like that.
And they're really wobbly floors. Like, definitely don't bother going if you don't like to be scared and you can't face strobe lighting, or if you're not sure on foot, because it's all like this. But what a night.
But what? Oh, what a night.
Night.
Scaring us beyond our wits' end.
But you know what else as well?
A 64.
Oh, what a night. It was just so
Plus
nice to not
5.
be in a COVID situation, because it was all outside. Everyone was screaming their heads off.
I've never
I
had more
loved it.
zombies or women dressed as zombies scream in my face.
Debbie Sonson, Tully's Farm down near me, it has a fantastic maze. That's what we're talking about. And they've added 2 extra ones this year.
I went round one corner and a man, I think I misjudged going round it. He misjudged coming round his. We essentially French kissed for almost 6 seconds. It was quite astonishing. Me and Nadia went on a 4-year-old's ghost train. And as we went through one part of the tunnel, no euphemism there, as we were entering a tunnel, I went in for the snog. And we were kissing heavily. And then as we looked up, we'd just come out.
Yeah.
And everyone was there just looking at us.
Yeah, I wouldn't say go on the ghost train.
It was
unless
like we
you've
were
got very
pulling
young
our
kids.
pants down.
It was very short, the ghost train. That's the
Oh,
only
it
thing
was
I
lovely.
Don't go on that. Sophie, look, Sophie says, haha, I thought you just said someone is going to win a car. I was like, wow, these giveaways are really going to the next level.
Yeah, a Matchbox car.
We
Tiny
did give
little-
away 50...
We should do that every month. We should say you win a car and it's a Matchbox car.
That was so somebody will do us. Somebody will complain. We'll
How?
get sued for wrongful something
Well,
or
you
other.
say you win a car.
It'll
Matchbox.
be wrongful something or other.
Oh, fuck off, wrongful. I hate him. No, definitely not for
Yeah,
me.
we did
Unmistakable.
vlog some of it, Gabrielle. The only problem is it's all in the dark.
Yeah, I couldn't see anyone. Apart from, did you see those 2 girls who were running around as twins?
Oh my
What
God.
about the guy with the chainsaw?
So there's one point where Johnny and Kiki were just walking around and this guy comes up to them with a mask with a chainsaw. So they started running. So they was running as fast as they could and he was running as fast after them. Oh my God. I said to them last night, I could watch that for hours and hours and hours.
They were the
That's how
funniest
funny
thing.
I found it.
Laura S says she's got one near her called Farmageddon.
Oh,
That's a
that
great
sounds
name.
good.
Great name.
Joanna Waters. Hello, glad I just saw your Insta live. First time here. Everyone welcome Joanna Waters.
Joanna Waters.
A new member of our little community here.
Helen McNichols.
Hello, McNichols.
Just got back from Greece and took you with me. Mandy,
Oh, Mandy, don't. I was
She
just
took
saying.
us to Greece.
I was just saying to Mark, I really want to go to Greece. Listen, wouldn't you love a vlog of us in Greece? Say yes. I said to Mark, we need to do a vlog, a holiday vlog. The subs are desperate.
They've got Cornwall coming. You've got Cornwall coming, for sure. Oh, look, new member. Hello. Who's that? Sarah Clift. You might already have been a member, but you've just come back.
Sarah Clift, we are putting your name down and we will sing your welcome song at the end.
Oh, can I just share with everyone just one thing? I just don't know how I feel today. How do you feel?
I feel very well, especially because it's Gabrielle's birthday tomorrow and she can't make the live, so we're going to have to sing a happy birthday today.
Let's do that.
Gabrielle,
Pop that down.
stick around.
I have my
Sing.
notebook here.
And who's this? Oh, Anthea. Would love if you could wish me a happy 46th birthday. Of course we can.
Wow,
Yeah,
we
and
got-
we'll sing to you at the end, 46.
Anthea, it'll all happen
Happy
at the
birthday.
end. It'll all happen at the end. So I'm going to be reviewing No Time to Die later with Nanny Die. See that? It rhymes. So we're going to be, and you're going to be surprised. You're going to be
And
surprised.
I've got Lisa and the boys and Dina's coming over to cook a Greek feast. So you can imagine how juicy that vlog is going to be.
Oh, Sophie J. Matilda, Mark Nadia had a really low day yesterday and I watched the channel all day. Trailers, vlogs, Sunday shows, movie reviews. Most I've already seen, but it made me feel better and say,
Sophie, I love you. Thank you.
Sophie,
That makes us feel so
love
good.
You, Sophie, we do. Even when you're driving cars and going to the zoo. Hi, Rashida. Okay, so we're now going to turn a corner in our silliness.
Keely, you wouldn't have said that yesterday when we were having a massive fight. Keely says we're relationship goals.
Oh, we are so not.
We have a good relationship, but we also row like crazy.
You are the most infuriating
Don't-
woman I've
Don't
ever
put
had the
yourself
misfortune of
into
meeting.
a sticky place.
I'd like to.
Mark, be very, very careful where you tread.
I'm going to go that way. Shonsta Migmon, like your name.
Love that name.
Deborah Holdsworth, 15 months.
Welcome, Deborah,
Welcome.
for 15 months.
Okay, don't start,
Welcome
says
to the
Steph Schultz.
15-month sticker.
Dixon Summit, I'm making my lovely wife a bracelet right now. As I'm listening to you, I'm struggling
Oh, I
with
love
reading.
that,
That's such a nice
Dixon.
thing.
Are you actually just sitting making a bracelet?
Hang on, let's just stop and listen to Dixon making.
What's the most
that.
lovely thing that somebody's made? Has anybody ever made you anything?
Dixon, that's so nice. Have you made me anything?
3 meals a day, mostly.
Oh,
every day.
good answer. I have to, full respect. Full respect. That was a good answer. And then, of course, when men make something, they want everyone to go on about it for weeks, months, years, everything. I've made your journeys fun everywhere.
Thank you, darling. You've made me beautiful paintings, you've made me poems, you've made me films.
Yeah, I have actually.
I've made you children.
That's true.
I made their fingers, their lungs, their eyelashes, their toes.
You never told me you made them as someone else, though. That's a bit bizarre, isn't it? Anyway,
Oh, hang on, it was, remember, Claire Martin.
7
Birthday
months.
last week. We
Oh.
will sing you a birthday.
A
at the end.
delayed birthday.
So I suppose we better get on to the news.
Yeah. Oh, God. Right. Well,
Big hug back, Jacqueline Frost.
obviously it's a bit of a tonal change, but coming out of obviously the Sarah Everard case, which has been occupying the news all week, understandably, justifiably, but tragically, we thought we'd have a look at what the police are actually saying is their advice for dealing with the,
Because when we read
potentially a
this-
police officer that comes up to you and
We
wants
read
to
this
arrest
and
you.
we said we're just dying to hear. We knew you would be thinking about this, guys, if you'd heard this, and probably wanting to share your thoughts on it, because I know a lot of you, being here is the place that you talk about the stuff that's enraging you.
So we want to know what you think about this. So some of the ideas that have been mooted are: shout out to another passerby, wave
This is
down.
from the Met.
This is
This
from
is
the Met.
guidance from the Met.
Wave down a bus, or run away and call 999. Now, as I understand it, the Met Police themselves said the run away and call 999 was a ludicrous suggestion. I think they've dialed back on that. Shout out to a passerby or wave down a bus. I mean, I'm not being sort of like purposefully sort of, gallows humour here, but often there aren't buses. And so I just think we're looking at it through the wrong end of the lens. What do you think, guys? I think the Met Police should be given guarantees as to how this won't happen, so that you don't have to even think about taking evasive action.
The suggestion, I think what a lot of people are very hurt and angered, and I'm sure whoever's made these suggestions made them with the right intentions, but they're obviously foolish and misguided, but they wouldn't have wanted to hurt or upset people further. But unfortunately they have, because yet again, there is a suggestion that maybe Sarah could have been doing something wrong. We're always questioning what women have done, So the suggestion here is she could have run away. I read one thing from one police officer that was saying women should gen up more on what the rules and regulations are on being arrested. So even that, there's a suggestion there that this could have been avoided.
As Jennifer Watson says, the problem is male violence, not women, not women sort of doing. Women shouldn't be providing the solutions. They should be able to walk the streets absolutely fine. But what I think on a practical level, I think we'd respect the Met, and I think they are suggesting this, that police are only in pairs.
But they've said from now on, there will be plainclothes policemen will be in pairs, except when they can't be. No, that's what they've said.
Right, okay.
Which I do understand. Yeah. I mean, I understand they are under enormous pressure, and I'm really, really glad that I listened to this interview with this police officer. Well, he wasn't a police officer, he was the chief of Manchester Police. He just gave real insight to the enormous problems that they've got within the police. And mistakes are made, and police is just a reflection. The whole force is a reflection of society.
And I think that's an important thing to say.
So there's misogynists and sexist bastards and violent rapists and all these different things in society, and there are going to be some in the police.
But can I pause and ask, but is it a representation of society? I don't think it is. I think it's predominantly occupied with white men and women.
I think he was talking in terms of the negative. I think he was talking
directly
in terms of bad behaviour. Yeah. He was saying, that it's about, did you realise, I didn't know this, he said there's about 40% of police officers are women. I didn't know it was that high.
Sorry, say that again.
40% of police officers are women.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I mean, when I'm out and about, I see a lot of WPCs. Kylie Mitchell says, I'm a regular runner and I ran in my local park last week like I do 3 times a week, and all that was playing on my mind was what if at every man I saw. It's a scary world out there. Can I just say once more, please permit me this moment. When Nadia said all men are potential rapists...
No, to me.
No, not even to you. What she wasn't saying was all men will rape, all men could rape, all men can rape. What she was referring to, if I'm correct, is that when a woman is walking down a street and there's any man on that street, as been proven and this is where the cousin's story comes in, he was what you would call the safest person visually and, in terms of authority on the street. Women have to assume the worst of every man they're heading towards. And that what if of running that round the park is, when I've let Kiki run and all that kind of stuff, you have to assume that the worst. And that's what you mean by potential. It's not like every one of us will rape or could rape. It doesn't mean
how
that.
Stupid some people are, and some people decided to do a bit of trolling about this. I worry about the intelligence of people, that when I say to keep safe, because I don't know who the bad man might be, until I know, I assume that everyone could potentially be harmful to me.
Yeah.
And that's what you just said, Carl, and that is and my heart aches for you, because I know that's the way for so many women. Michelle Main just went up there and said, I was in a cab once and the cab driver went the other way. I was absolutely terrified. No man sat in a car and a car and a taxi just goes the other day, will immediately be absolutely terrified. He might be a bit, oh, what's going on here? But we know as women that this could be the moment that this is happening to us. And that is what we have to change. I don't want there to be too much focus just on police. No. It has to be right across society.
Well, and I'm going to share a story from The Guardian about that today. But can I also just say that I had a number of people approach me saying, well, what does Nadia's husband have to say about this idea? Let me explain to you.
I'd insulted you.
Let me explain to you. If I'm walking down the street and I see a single woman ahead of me, I will cross over, or I will turn round, or I will do something that doesn't make her feel threatened. Because I know, to her, I'm a potential sexual attacker, rapist, or whatever. I know I'm not, so I'm not offended. I'm not offended. Do you get it? I mean, it's so
You're not
fucking
offended because
straightforward.
you're not doing it.
Well,
you're
also,
not that
I'm
bad
not offended
person.
because I've got enough knowledge to go, I know I might do that, but I know that she doesn't know that.
Yeah.
That's all it means. What is there not to understand about that?
The other day I saw something on Instagram. Now, the guy was not a bad person, but he was jogging and there was a woman way down ahead of him that was running away. And he was laughing. He wasn't being mean. He was going, oh my God, look, she's laughing. She thinks I'm going to mug her. And so he kept on running. And she was going, go away, go away. And he was laughing. He still kept laughing and still kept running and was filming her running away from him. And I just wanted to get into that. And she's scared.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
You're offended that she's frightened of you and running away.
Yeah.
Don't be offended if you're not about to do something bad. Just cross the road, and then that woman won't be afraid.
What I think it is that if you can't get that simple equation, you struggle with empathy or sympathy. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Because it's no offence to you. There's nothing personal here. No one's saying you are this. We're talking generically.
I get so many women saying, I'm a woman of sons. It's like, how can you have got this so confused that you think I'm attacking your son? I'm not. I'm desperately trying to stay safe. I desperately want my daughters and your mum and your sister I want us all to feel safer, and I'm going to keep on banging on about it, and I'm going to keep on. I said to Mark today, I said, I'm desperate now. I want to get all these people that I really admire onto our podcast to talk about. We've got to keep looking for a way, and if we all think about it, about the women closest to us, if they're, the men that are listening here, that you just want to keep them safe, then it will all spread out through society. If we call people out, if we say, don't say that, that's offensive.
Ashley, there's so much that needs to happen and be
Susan
done.
Hill, she's new.
And every man should do that and shouldn't be offended by it. Exactly. Let's not be. Look.
Be offended if you're a rapist or if you're a sexual assault. Be very fucking offended and afraid.
What's more serious? What's more serious? Why are men offended when women should be more offended?
Try being us.
Yeah,
try being and feeling how offended we are all the bloody time.
And as Lucy Ruth says, we want our sons to make women feel safe. It's all about
exactly.
education.
Well, those are the good, great mothers that go, yes, and we're doing that. Like my friend Lisa, she goes, this is what I talk to about my boys all the time.
Emma Carter said the same. Yeah, I've talked to my son. It's just about constantly, and boys, however much parents try to do that with their kids or boys get peer pressure and all that. There's so many different things that kick in.
Tracy Brown, exactly.
sorry.
It's not even in the daytime, is it? I know.
Well, the front page of The Guardian today says we have an indecent exposure epidemic. Police, just think of this statistic, and then it kind of presents question marks above the policing procedure in this country.
Yeah.
So the police logged 10,000 indecent exposure cases, but fewer than 600 reached court. That was last year. So 10,000 cases were brought to the police and only 600 of them went to court. And can I just say, we know of numerous sexual indecent exposure incidents that have happened through windows on the street that haven't even been registered. So the 10,000 cases that they registered is a drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
And then of that drop in the ocean, a tiny drop of the ocean was 600 went to court.
Exactly, Jennifer Whalen. Thank you. Right, so I want to share this with you guys. This was sent to me by a friend of mine yesterday, and it's actually from a police officer. This is on Wandsworth Common. somewhere actually that my girls used to go to a lot. We have a problem, this is directly from the police, we have a problem with a few men flashing and masturbating while women and girls walk by and near on the scope. This is the forest at the top of Burntwood Lane. These offences are taking place generally between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m, but have also been reported between 3 and 4 p.m. when kids are on their way home from school. The advice is kids returning from school should stick to main roads rather than cut through or along the side of the scope, especially between Lyford Road and Sandgate Lane and roads close by. If you see someone acting strangely or in around Common, you're worried, move safely and call 999. And it goes on. I mean, the great thing is they say here there are plainclothes policemen now, you know, going around the area. But, you know, that's one common. That's one common. And my thing, I don't know if any of you watched it on Loose Women the other day, there is a move to get, I don't know if I might have mentioned it on here on one of the lives, to get non-consensual pornography being sent to somebody's phone, make it illegal. Can you believe it's not illegal?
If you have a daughter that has a phone at school, tell them to turn their Bluetooth off. Bluetooth means that, you know, other boys can airdrop indecent images to you without any warning. It can just land in your photo app.
I was reading something today where somebody was saying there's some report that they're doing, and they said girls expect to get between you know, whatever number, up to about 11 of those a day. And they're so desensitized, girls, they don't even really register it. And that desensitizing of girls and boys is the work that we have to do as adults. That's our job. Yes, the police have got to look at what they're doing, but our job, because it takes a village to bring up a child, is to keep on sensitizing our children to this again and saying, you know, and not asking them, not demanding to know whether they got any photographs or anything like that, because I think kids clam up with that, but having the conversation saying, you know, this is, you know, there's a lot about this in the press, you know, if this was ever to happen to you, because you don't know, your kid might have had them sent to them loads of times, you say, you know, it's not right, and it's not, you know, the boy might even not know how bad that is to do that, and, you know, it's really good to have a conversation about it, maybe tell your teacher, you know, in confidence, because I think with so many things now, we feel that the genie is so far out of the bottle that we've got no power left to make any change. And I think we've got to start really believing again that we have.
Rashida says dick pics are like being flashed at. They're identical.
Exactly.
Identical.
The same. And they can happen in your home, on the bus, in double maths. You know, there's no barriers to it now. There's no doors.
Once again, I wonder why we don't have anyone in government like Priti Patel who seizes upon statistics like that I've just mentioned from, it's not from The Guardian, they're reporting it from somewhere else. So it's not a do-goody lefty thing, it's just, it's been reported. I think official for national statistics. Why can't they make, rather than trotting out the party line, rather than only coming onto our TVs when a crisis is happening and reactive, I would be so respectful if the government came out and said, we've seen these statistics, we have to do something about this, we have to make sure that more of these indecent exposures are processed and go to court. What message does it send out to predatory men that 10,000 indecent exposures result in just 600, you know, prosecutions?
Right, it says that
and
okay.
600 go to court. You don't even know how many of those 600 result in a prosecution. So yeah, good top tip, as a number of you are saying, and as we said, block Bluetooth airdrop.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons kids go on, probably keep Bluetooth going, is perhaps they've run out of data or they can't hook up to Wi-Fi because, of course, they're all hooked into their social media. And I wonder whether Bluetooth sometimes allows them to keep that communication going. I'm not too sure. But Bluetooth, in many ways, Bluetooth is, yeah, it's very useful, but it's also an absolute nightmare. Really, it can be a real nightmare.
I think you just keep an open conversation with your sons and your daughters.
That's it,
with no
Bluetooth
anger.
for their AirPods.
Yeah, with no anger, with no, oh yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? Jesus.
So in a sense, you know, and these are microscopic little words of advice, maybe ensure that your kids have, you know, wired, you know, cabled headphones or something, earphones or Bluetooth. Well, and do you know what? There's not a guarantee that those bloody AirPods are safe. So I would just get them out of the ears anyway. And they're not cheap either.
200 quid every time they lose one. I mean, they're so easy to lose as well.
Okay, so That's quite a
Oh,
serious thing, but
that
I
is.
do think it's really important. Did you just share the story about? Yeah, did you say
Wandsworth
where it
Common,
was? Yeah,
yeah.
Wandsworth Common. Yeah, and I think it's good. I think it's about everyone being plugged into everyone, not scaring each other. But if you're hearing about issues with certain people in certain areas, they need to be flagged up.
We've got to, you know what we've got to start doing, girls and boys? We've got to start reporting everything. Because we don't report anything, do we? Because we go, well, the police won't do anything. You know, so the next time somebody, you know, does something inappropriate to you on the bus, on the way to work, on the tube, well, report it. We need to report everything because these numbers are nowhere near the truth. 10,000, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay, we've kept quiet for such a long time as women because we think it's not our right to say how shit it is, and we've got to get our voices back. You know, what's going on in Texas there, you know, that can just spread around. Sit down, shut up, do as you're told. Not even your own body is your own body.
Totally agree. Reese, as a man who has the privilege of having a lot of female friends and is often out with female company, 9 times out of 10 I have to fend off persistent men who won't get lost. I walk the streets with my daughters and I am forever visually having to try and parry men who just stare at them. They don't care. They don't care if you're there with a man. I mean, literally, if you're walking, I try and do that. I go, yeah, what, is there a problem? I mean, I'm sorry, it's primal. It's my child. Stop looking at my child in that fact. Just because they're older, you know, it's just fucking hell. Anyway, petrol. Who's still got a petrol problem? London's still got a petrol problem. Has anyone else still got a petrol problem?
So the army are coming in on Monday.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be fun, wouldn't it? Tanks coming up the road.
Does anyone actually...
How have we got used to this?
What's happening?
How have we got used to this? We now talk in the everyday chat. We go, how many litres have you got?
Dina was in
How many litres
Sainsbury's
have you got?
yesterday. She said, because I've told you this before, my sister goes to every supermarket because she's a real bargain hunter. You know, she doesn't earn a lot of money, so she has to really watch her money. And so she'll go around different supermarkets getting the bargains. And she said, honestly, Nadia, it's getting unbelievable now how empty the bloody shelves are. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, as long as we don't run out of coffee, I don't
That's
care.
another
That's
thing
the
we
only
need to
fuel I
get
have.
bloody angry about, guys.
I mean, I have to say, can I just... I tell you what's really odd. And I've got to say this, is as more and more things go wrong in this country, we all seem to settle and get used to it after a little while.
Yeah, we mustn't
It's
settle.
really odd. It's like we just go, I mean, we're the same. It's like, oh, I've got used to the fact that there are queues everywhere, that people have got no petrol, that I'm borrowing my mother-in-law's car. How do we get used to it and just accept it? And the government trot out such idiotic nonsense, slippery comments, and everyone goes, oh, well.
Far too easily appeased, me tube. Far
Yeah,
too easy.
totally
We're
agree.
weary. We're tired. We've got to not be tired. We've got to not be tired.
Yeah. Emma Carter, no one
We've
went and got
got to
petrol. Yeah, I think in the north and in the Midlands, Emma, I think it's better. For some reason, it's the
southeast.
southeast.
I don't know why it's so bad in the southeast.
Can I talk to someone about...
Jenny says her Asda's is fine late at night when they've restocked the shelves, but have to go this afternoon, so I'm anxious.
We're all tired, Lee.
We're all tired. Oh, Lee, I was walking along the other day and your voice came into my head. We're all tired. And it made me laugh out loud. Do you remember when you kept saying that with the pandemic? Oh, we're all tired now. We've had enough. We're all tired.
I love it when Lee says that.
So tired. Sick and tired.
Right, I want to share with you a story about squirrels. Do you like squirrels? Who likes squirrels? Come on, let's have some fun.
I'm a bit scared of squirrels. Sometimes I find them a bit confrontational.
They're incredibly feisty.
And I know a story of a squirrel that leapt onto somebody's throat.
I know a guy, when I was at school, a boy called Wolf, who, interestingly, was the son of Scruffy McGuffey in Grange Hill. Do you remember Scruffy McGuffey, the teacher? No, you don't.
Just
So, no, Scruffy McGuffey, he was
I
the
just
sort
thought
of...
you might spend too long explaining
Anyway,
who he
no,
was, so
no,
I just
so-
said yes.
So this boy, Wolf, who was at school with me, he came into the class one day and he was holding his
He was
finger
called
aloft.
Wolf.
Wolf.
Yeah.
And his brother was called Bram. Yeah. Anyway, so he came in and his finger, and it was, blood was pulsing out of it, and he'd been savagely attacked by a squirrel by the sixth form lodge. And I worry about squirrels.
Diane says she loves them for that very reason because they're so feisty. I mean, I could watch them for hours, but I'm just a bit scared. If I'm going to my absolutely
your
honest,
truth.
truthful place, I'm scared of
Yeah.
squirrels. And I'm not afraid to say it.
Now, we've talked about the fact that in London there are a lot of really crack-addicted squirrels. I mean, the squirrel community has quite a profound
There's
drug
quite
problem.
a drug problem here.
Yeah, and, you know, some of them, they have a little AA meeting out the back.
Oh, Mark.
They do. They're in the round. Say, oh, hi, I'm a squirrel and I struggle with crack. Only
He
love
says
the...
they're just attractive rats, in my opinion.
They are quite attractive, though, Lee.
I was thinking that very thing the other day, Lee, when I was watching them. I was thinking, you're really just a rat with a
They're
bushy
show-offs.
tail.
They're quite beautiful in their own
Don't you
way.
think it's really funny? Like, my dad will spend ages, he'll put bird food out for the bird, and then he'll spend ages watching to see if any of the squirrels come and get it. And I'm like,
Not
but
for
does
the
it
birds.
really matter?
Yeah. But why... Yeah.
You're feeding animals. Why do you want to feed the birds and not the squirrels?
Yeah. No, I agree. But here's the thing. I love red ones too. And when Kiki was really young, she used to, whenever she saw a squirrel, she'd say, fuck it. Because every time I saw a squirrel, I knew they were going to eat something, and I'd go, fuck it! And I'd jump up and run out. So she thought squirrels were
I think
called
those were
fuck
her
it.
first words.
Those were her first words. Fuck it! And she'd just look at them.
Guys, hit the like button just
Anyway.
underneath. There's lots of you watching, so the like button that's like that, just underneath, just click.
Just want to move on quickly because we've got lots of things going on here today. But look, I just want to share this story with you, and it's a really, really good story. Squirrel stashes 42 gallons
Oh my God,
of
look at
walnuts inside a van after the owner parked it under a tree. I'm going to turn you
I
around.
love this.
Check this out.
Loose
this
nuts.
is great.
No,
Loose
it's nuts.
Check this out, guys. So look.
They're
Put them in.
fresh walnut.
You know, ever seen a fresh walnut?
Well, I didn't know they look like new potatoes.
Isn't that astonishing?
That is a great story. I
Isn't
love
that
that.
astonishing? Isn't
We
that
should always
lovely?
try and do those. You know, finally, when they used to do a nice story on the news.
Yeah, and then what's going on?
Don't we always do an and finally?
Yeah. Oh, have we frozen? Oh no, such a good visual point. Back? Are we back? I think we're back.
Right, we better do our happy birthday.
No, and also just finally, I just want to share one of the stories. So a squirrel stashed 42 gallons in the engine and in the car. I think that's so lovely. And it was a red squirrel. I love that.
Love
Imagine
that.
its little face going.
It's a
I
great
need another
story.
one. I need another one. I need another one. Stupid little thing.
I think we should listen. Why don't we make this a bit of a thing? And if you've got any nice stories for our final and finally, if you come across any on Coffee Moaning, let's share them because we need sparks of
Yeah, we
joy
do,
at the
sparks
end
of
of
joy.
bloody news.
And finally, a kilogram
I've
of
seen
nails,
this.
screws, and knives have been removed from a
From a
man's
man's
stomach.
stomach.
He started eating nails, screws, and nuts as part of quitting alcohol.
Self-harming.
Oh, good question. How long was he parked there for the squirrel? 2 days.
Good question.
2 days.
That was, see, I really love squirrels now
See?
because the diligence, the hard
The endeavour.
work, the focus.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But this chap, yeah, he ate. He's Lithuanian.
Woke?
He woke.
Right, you're doing the
nuts
thing
and
I do.
nails.
You've got
It's
the brain
catching.
thing.
I've got the brain fog. Some of the objects retrieved during surgery were 4 inches long.
How did he do it? Oh, surprisingly, he ended up with severe abdominal pain.
I think he's got a screw loose.
Oh, Mark.
But I bet he's driving his nuts. No,
Right, come on, we
okay,
need to
let's
go,
get
I
out
need
of
to
it.
go.
Okay, so look, can I just say, Lee Durran, thank you for all of your lovely messages and happy birthday to Sue. Is
Yeah.
that your mum? Is that his mum?
His mum.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lee Durran's mum called Sue.
Happy birthday to you.
It's Natasha's birthday.
Happy birthday for tomorrow, Lucy Ruth.
Yeah, it's Natasha's birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Birthday,
birthday, dear
dear.
Natasha.
Happy birthday to you, Natasha.
He nailed it, says Tim Reed. He nailed
Oh,
it.
Tim,
He nailed
I'm
his
halfway through
sobriety. He nailed it. He nailed it.
He nailed his
I love
sobriety. That's
that.
brilliant. You need to contact the papers and give them that headline.
Happy birthday, Luke Rowland.
And Claire, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Claire. Happy birthday to you.
And Anthea, we've got lots of birthdays today.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Do a bit
to
different.
you.
Happy
birthday.
dear Anthea.
You told me to do it a bit different when I was doing it nicely. Happy birthday to you.
That's a very unique one. And we got a welcome to Sarah Clift.
Welcome to the family guest area, Susan Clift.
Sarah Clift.
Sarah Clift.
Welcome
Sarah
to the
Clift.
family area, Sarah Clift.
Sarah Clift.
Okay.
Sarah. Sarah Clift.
Now, I did promise a card to someone. Here's the question. What 3 drinks have I been drinking through this live?
Oh.
What 3 drinks have I been drinking throughout this live? And if you leave your answers not in the live chat, but in the comments beneath.
Gabrielle, do it now.
In the comments beneath this video when it's uploaded. In the comments, not the live chat. Comments, live chat, not live chat. And me and Michelle will randomly choose someone to get a card.
Gabrielle, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gabrielle. Happy birthday to you.
I've got a theory. Maybe we've spoken too much this year and we've run out of words.
When we've run out of words.
Yeah.
But listen, guys, so if people are wondering what those welcome chats are,
3 drinks.
We've got loads and loads of stuff on this main channel, but we also have a family guest area, which is the members area, and that's 50 pence a week. And we always sing a welcome to the family guest area for new people to that. Yeah.
Reese, yep, I saw that. Wolf starring George
Come
McKay.
on, get us to 250 likes. You've had a nice time with us.
So
Hit
someone
that like
said,
button.
Diet Coke something and something. It's 3 different types of drink that I've drunk during this live, and you've seen them all.
Is that it?
No, they've got to leave it in the comments beneath.
Oh, comments beneath.
Comments
And
beneath.
somebody will get a card, a signed card from us, personally signed card.
And me and Nadia, after we get through the bumps of the busy weekend, we will do a Squid Game review. Yeah, it's quite something, isn't it? Guys, have a lovely day, stay safe, and see you tomorrow.